Well, this is Mark Cooper, then head of Leyton Orient away. Mark, you didn't feel you got what you deserved in the Plymouth game. How do you work to ensuring that happens as infrequently as possible in the future?
It's not a lot different we would like to do, apart from the last little bit, which comes down to taking a little bit of care, a little bit of quality. So there's not a lot different we would want to do. We played quite well. We didn't deserve to lose the game. It's just one of those days when you look at the stats, the data. Just one of them games. It happens very infrequently, and you have to put it to bed, move on.
You always say the hardest thing in football is to win a game of football. How close behind that is scoring a goal?
Same. But, we had some key moments in the game that we chose the wrong option, which led to us not scoring a goal. And we have to make sure that we choose the right option more often than not.
And presumably that's just cool heads. Is it coolness under pressure?
It comes down to decision making, which is the difference between playing at the top level and playing at not a high level, or being at the top of the league and being middle of the table.
Is there any difference when you go away from home? Because obviously you do this Saturday.
The only difference away from home is that every team's 10 yards further up the pitch. So there's a little bit more space to play in. Whenever we play at home, everybody camps on the edge of their box. So, and that's another test in itself. But away from home, the opposition have a duty to their own fans to come out and have a little bit of a go.
Leyton Orient, obviously a club in a state of flux, I suppose really hasn't recovered from the passing of Justin Edinburgh, really, has it?
No, obviously I knew Justin well. I played with Justin. Terrible, but not quite sure what's going on there in terms of their recruitment. But that's their business, not ours.
As things stand, Ross Embleton in his third spell in caretaker charge. How difficult is that then to prepare for when it's a caretaker boss you'll be up against?
I don't think they'll change what they do. They're pretty set in what they do, and we respect their players and what they do. But we have to concentrate on what we do, and if we do it well, like I say every week, we have a chance to win.
George Williams up and running, we see, presumably on one of those treadmills that sort of helps you take some of the load. How good is that to see him back and working again?
Well, it's a bonus for George because he's had a tough time in terms of complications from the operation and infection. So it just gives him that little bit of a boost, and you can see a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel.
And what is the pathway back for him now?
Get fit as quick as he can. It's going to be probably January time, but it'd be great to have him back for the last sort of 3-4 months of the season.
Could that be like a new signing for you in January?
Definitely, if he's fit, he'd be a great signing for us.
Injuries this week. Joe Mills went off with a hamstring last Saturday. How's he?
Fine, precautionary last week. It's more of a problem with his back, we think, but he's fine. He's ready to play.
And everyone else who's been in the squad of late, okay?
Yes.
Anyone else coming back?
Dawson's back, but he was involved, wasn't he? So it'd be the same squad as last week.
And are the Dawsons and Matt Mills is just sort of with more training getting closer to be able to push for a start?
Yeah, they're both ready, raring to go.
Thank you, good luck.
Thanks.
Mark, do you expect Orient to play with the sort of handbrake on or handbrake off? I mean, they're struggling winless in 4.
I'm not sure. I think, like I say, we respect what their players and what they do, but want to concentrate on what we do. Obviously they're at home. They have a duty to entertain their fans. So, but we're going to go and get on the front foot and try and play and get 3 points.
Yeah. Do you expect it to be a red hot atmosphere? I mean, they're regularly getting between 6,000 or 7,000 fans.
Yeah, it's a great setup. Lovely, a great football stadium in terms of atmosphere, and proper stadium. So we're looking forward to experiencing that. But that's none of that matters when the whistle goes.
Yeah. I've been around long enough to remember Orient as quite a big football club in its day. The likes of John Chidozie played there, went on to Tottenham. So it is a club with a tradition.
Yeah, I think you look back a few, not so long ago, 4 or 5 years. They were in the playoff final to get in the championship, and they're 2-0 up maybe against Rotherham, and I think they lost on penalties, and that was to get in the championship. And they've had obviously ups and downs since then. So it can sustain a good level of football. Orient.
Looking at their squad, they've got some handy players in the likes of sort of Lee Angle, Matt Harrold. They'll be handy up front.
They've got a lot of experience. Got a big squad, a lot of experience. So we're a little bit the other way, but so we got a lot of energy, a lot of desire. So we're looking forward to it.
I also noticed Jamie Turley's in the squad, very familiar name to Forest Green. I think when you were at Swindon, he was a player that you quite admired at the time.
Yeah, good defender, Jamie. Not been in the team of late. Whether he's injured, I'm not sure. But, yeah, he's been a good player.
There wasn't much wrong last Saturday against Plymouth. It was just, I was sat next in the press box to an old pro footballer, and he said it was just that final ball. So
That's
just
it.
that little tweak.
A final, and any other day it could have been a 2-3-0 win easily. And we're gonna take the positives out of it. So well done to the boys. Keep going. You're playing really well. We're in a good moment. We just want to keep going.
Yeah, I would imagine you have got January in mind and the business you're going to do. I guess that's always an ongoing thing. Are there any particular places, positions that you are targeting?
Nah, I just think it'll be a general sort of refurb kind of thing. You know, we'll just freshen things up a little bit.
Yeah. And are you close to anyone at the moment at all?
No.
No. So it's just a case of what drops on the radar.
Yeah, we've got a lot of games to play before then.